Hello. So our next speaker is Professor Rizalito Mercado, PhD. The next speaker is a Doctor of Philosophy, major in Development Studies. He graduated cum laude in the University of Santo Tomas and Master in Business Administration in Ateneo de Manila. He also finished Bachelor of Science in Architecture. He is currently undertaking socially relevant research in the practice of architecture. He has published a journal article entitled People's Risk Perception and Responses to Climate Change and Natural Disasters in Baseco Compound, Manila. Manila, Philippines. Please welcome architect Rizalito Mercado.
Bawi-bawi sa palakpak, sa cheer. Okay, I'll make this fast for everyone because I know you're staying up at 4 o'clock. So hopefully it's architect Villanueva's class who's going to remain, of course. Alright, this is one of the advocacies that we're trying to push at here at the university. So how design? So I think you already have an input of the various aspects of design from the speakers we had earlier on. So, hopefully this would actually prompt you as far as where architecture would be concerned. It's nice that we have the second year and the third year. So you're the future of USD College of Architecture. So your class of 2021, you're the class of 2022. Okay. So we had the opportunity of collaborating with Sergio Pagliaroni. He's with the Center for Public Interest Design in Portland State University. This is some of the books that were recommended. This is with Rurban. This is Rural Studio in Auburn University. So these are certain projects done by a Norwegian architectural firm in Thailand and in Indonesia. This is for an orphanage. This is for a library then in a study center in Tacloban before Haiyan took its toll on the island. I think this is one of the recent projects in Tacloban. This is, have you watched the Three Idiots? So this is the school then. So this is actually done by Sergio Pagliaroni also with OVR before. So if you're familiar with that, and the good thing when I talk with Sergio Pagliaroni, not everything of the concepts that we actually inputted in the project was successful. So if you're familiar with that video, that school that they had there was this school, the Druk White Lotus School in Ladakh, India. So I think you're familiar with this one, the Pritzker Prize-winning incremental architecture. So hopefully we could at UST College of Architecture design like you give a damn. So we were hoping with Dr. Mikal we could have an open architecture collaborative, design together. It all started with this when we got the speakers of Fumihiko Maki, Kengo Kuma, and Tezuka here. And when we took the students to the University of Tokyo, we were able to visit the Kengo Kuma lab. So that's where the opportunities arise as far as the collaborations with University of Tokyo. So one of the aspects that we learn when you go outside the university, when Kengo Kuma lab presented their works, they actually were encouraged to join design competitions. There were no remuneration. They would just eat out, basta all that they have to do is just join competitions, join competitions, join competitions. There was not even a grade, you know, that would promise you. And then they were telling me, the students then were telling me that they just had a good time all together, but they were encouraged to join competitions. So this is, after our visit, we had this was the spring studio then. So I think I could weave this with Dean Ferrer's presentation. Our site for the research was the St. Martha Estate, which is the relocation site for the informal settlements in several areas in Manila. And architect Dean Ferrer was also right in saying that Because we talked to the mayor said that they were overburdened because suddenly all the informal settlers are being placed in Bukawi, Bulacan. So these are initial meetings with University of Tokyo. We brought them to the site. They brought us to the site. That's Sergio Pagliaroni there, who actually conducted the whole workshop together with the University of Santo Tomas. And again, to weave in with Dean Ferrer said earlier on, you cannot remove the garbage because that's where they earn their income. The relocators here earn their income by by making charcoal. So they had to have these charcoal kilns within the complex itself. That's the only way they know how to make a living. So we brought them there. So we had initial meetings together with a group from University of Tokyo. I brought them to Paseco. So this is the infamous Paseco Beach. Remember you saw that in the news recently? I made research there. Even the Paseco residents asked me to swim with them there. Unfortunately, our research center here, our RCNAS, Natural Applied Science, you better not swim there because that's the highest form in coliform, in everything in the Manila Bay area. You know it's clean, but it's dirtiest as far as their studies is concerned. But look at the kids swimming, di ba? That's the Filipino spirit, Mika. Alright, okay. So, this is where we welcome them. So we had initial discussions on where to go. When we visited the site, one of the projects of the local government and I think by the local church was to build these kilns for the charcoal kilns. But this is an epic failure. You can never have a smokeless kiln. So I think that's one good aspect that so this never really functioned. These kilns are now being occupied as houses. Some of the informal settlers are actually inside these kilns. So, sorry. Well, you would note there's the University of the Philippines there. Just one good aspect I also learned because they have the students here are from the community service and community development and social services. Initial talks, consultations done with the collaborations. We actually had brainstorming sessions together with the group. And Sergio Pagliaroni actually talked about public interest design in practice here. And when he talked to me, he asked me how far can he go? Because some of his talks is actually left-leaning already. Even the experiences that he has with South America. Because he had projects, I think they have current projects in Ecuador. He'll usually bring the students to certain areas. I think they did also in Bangladesh. This is Professor Ko citing the University of Tokyo, the Center for Public Interest Design of Portland State University. Kamal Freda is our counterpart in Japan for the NGO, and of course the University of Santo Tomas. Next tranche of meetings again with the community together with our Community Development Office. So this is one place, Professor Mikal, that you should go to. You should meet Ning Encarnacion Tan. You met her? Not yet. She would bring you to this nice house of a bamboo, which I brought the students of the University of Tokyo. Because one of the good things of doing collaborative work, you get to learn on how they do things in the University of Tokyo. So they research on materials, how far bamboo would be used in the Philippines. So we try to bring them where, and it was actually them spearheading the directions of where actually they want the project to go. We brought them to the Gawad Kalinga villages in Enchanted Garden in Bulacan for best practices. This is one wherein we have a bamboo housing in the Philippines, one of the first with the Vincentian Foundation and together with Base Build. So you would actually see how bamboos being built now. A little bit costly than the usual one. But if you would see here, they actually use bamboo as a post. But this is a good thing on pushing the boundaries as far as housing is actually concerned. So we brought them to where they were actually, because in Japan, they're used to working with wood. So they were amazed in the Philippines that we have abundant wood, and we found out that we are now importing our wood at Papua New Guinea and in Malaysia. So whatever wood that you see here is not from the Philippines anymore. This is actually from Malaysia. There's none that we could actually get from the Philippines. We brought them to local suppliers of bamboo. We had initial talks again where they would present their works. And this is the time that the graduate students, after a year, presented their proposal for the community kitchen. So one of the things that got me the most, why does it take for a university based in Tokyo to do some project for the Philippines? So that's one thing that I wanted to put in the minds of you second year and third year. Why does it have to take for a foreign university to do something for the Philippines and here in the Philippines? Why can we not do it here? So it was actually the Japanese architects who proposed a community kitchen for in the resettlement area in Bulacan. So there was a presentation in the community, so you gathered them up. So it was a good collaboration and a good research as well. We were able to produce one published paper because of this research as well. And hopefully the community would actually benefit from it. And we take off where we left off to probably where this research would actually planted a seed somehow. And hopefully we as speakers this afternoon would have planted the seed too as well. I'd like to introduce the next speaker, which was a student, an alumni. He got this idea and was part of the research team with the University of Tokyo. I'd like to introduce Errol Enriquez.
Excuse me and my notes, so I won't miss some points. Yeah, that's me on our visit during the University of Tokyo in Bulacan. Okay, so while waiting, can we all stand up and stretch a bit? Because we're all sitting na maghapon. Let's take this opportunity to stretch. Be kind to our body, our limbs, and can we tap the shoulder of the person on our left? On our left? Or on your right. Okay, you fought well. We're about to end. He's the last speaker. Okay, so you can now sit down. Thank you.